You know, when you go to garage sales, there's a few things you gotta look for. You gotta look at the kind of stuff they have, but more importantly, you gotta look at who's running it. Who's running this garage sale? And there's a couple things that you need to know. If there's a man running the garage sale, which there usually isn't, it's usually women, but if there's a man running this garage sale, it's gonna be tough to get a good deal on the video games. But if there's a woman running the garage sale, and no offense to any woman or women that watch this video, most don't know about video games very much at all. So you can basically rob them blind and they won't even know. I've bought 2 box Genesises for Genesis for $5 from women. But this one was different. I walk up and it's literally 3 houses down from me. My mom told me about it when I was making lunch. And I figured it's these bastards that have a garage sale like every week. I don't know how they do it. How do you have a garage sale every week and still have inventory? Oh, I'll tell you how. They sell a bunch of shit. That's probably how. But anyway, so this one, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll check it out. So I finish eating lunch, and I'm like, you know what? You never know. You never know. And that's the thing with garage sales, and that's why I keep going. You never know. Alright, in fact, these pickups are so decent. It's pretty damn good. I had to cut the video and go get a drink. Oh, the taste of satisfaction right there. Alright, let's dive into it. So, story. Making lunch. Mom comes in. Hey, garage sale down the road. I figure it's the shitty one. It's not. It's some other one. And, I head down to it. I go up there. There's a woman and her grandmother, or a woman and her mother, I assume her mother, maybe whatever, running the thing. First off, that's a plus. Old women know dick about video games. They don't know anything. So, I'm figuring if they have something, I can make a slight score. Well, they don't have anything. You know, and I'm about to give up, and then I just passed by the lady. She goes, hi, how you doing? I said, hey, good. And then I just said, hey, do you guys have any video games? She goes, well, we have a Sega Genesis with a bunch of games, but that's it. And I said, yeah, okay. She goes, oh, is that something you might be interested in? Yeah, of course. And so she goes and gets that, brings it out. Actually, her husband or something, some guy brings it out. Not good. Once masculinity enters the picture, prices go up. So, anyway, he brings it out and he goes back in. Now I'm dealing with the lady again. Back up. So, I'm like, you know, I'm looking through the games and I'm like, you know, I'm seeing ones I want. I'm seeing, oh, I've been looking for this forever. Great stuff. Just great stuff. So I go, do you have a price in mind? She goes, well, not really. Well, I mean, would you make an offer? And I said, okay, here's what I tell her. And it's the truth. I didn't lie to the lady. I said, well, I've never paid more than $5 for a Genesis at a garage sale. And usually the games sell for about $1 a piece. So she goes in, talks to the guy, and comes back out, and she goes, oh, well, he was hoping to get a little more than that. I'm thinking, you know, what's this guy want? $60? Because I won't have it. I don't want $60 for this thing. So I go, oh, what would he take, do you think? So she goes, you know what, let me just go get him, and so he can come out here. Not crazy about the idea, but she does it anyway. He comes out. Guy goes, how you doing? I said, hey, you doing pretty good. I said, so you have any idea what you'd take for this? He goes, well, I take 30 for everything. 30, you know, that's fair. Kind of. I mean, for garage sale, it seems a little steep. And I said, okay. So he goes, well, just think it over. And I said, all right, you know. So I start funneling through the games, and I start getting rid of games like NHL 96, or they had a loose copy of Columns. You know, nobody wants that shit. Even me. I don't want that shit. So I take out like 4 or 5 games. They had Terminator 2 there, but it had no manual. They had Fairy Tail there, and I was gonna get that, despite even I already had it, because I just saw a Bithead 1000's video, where he was just talking about, he mentioned wanting Fairy Tail, but the cartridge was basically shot. It had to be a rental. It was messed up big. So I figured I didn't even need to get it. So I pick out 7 games, 7 worthy games, and I say, all right, listen, I have $21 in my pocket right now. For these 7 games in the Genesis, would you take 21? He goes, sure. So we got it. $21. I mean, that's not a steal by any means. Well, it is once you see the games, it's a steal because one of these games alone goes for over $20. But it's not a steal by any means, but it is a good deal. And I think he knew that I was getting a pretty good deal. But the lady there was like, like looking at us like we were talking in algorithms and in mass quantities, like, like she didn't know what the hell we were saying. So whatever, let's go ahead and show you the Genesis first. Now it's a Model 2, boxed and complete, it has the instructions and all that jazz, in basically mint shape. I mean, I'll be honest, this is in very much the better of the two Genesis systems I have. Which, along with this Genesis I just picked up the other day, this is in phenomenal shape too. These two right here are in like brand new condition almost. Especially this one. This one still had the plastic in it. This one doesn't have the plastic, but nonetheless, I mean, it's still impressive how good a shape this is in. It is the exact same Model 2 that I've already got, exact same box, but they didn't make the Model 2 in too many different box variations, so there's not much complaining there. Alright, so I knew I wanted that. As soon as I saw that big glowing red out of that bag that she brought out, I was excited. So I start funneling through the games, and all I see are boxes. I'm just praying that they're in good shape and have have the manuals, no crushing, and I got my wish. To a degree, one game is slightly crushed, but I got it anyway. All right, let's start with the more unexciting games. The first one is I just got it because it was complete, and it just seems probably like it'd be a decent. It's probably shitty, but maybe it'll be decent. It's Taz Escape from Mars. What are you gonna do? Then the next one, I already have this game, but I bought it because it had the manual, and I don't have the manual for it. And that's Street Fighter 2 Special Championship or Champion Edition. So that's a double. Somebody wants a Street Fighter 2, let me know. This is also a double, but I picked it up because I have a boxed copy. No, wait, what do I have? I have the game and the manual, I believe, but no box. Well, now I have a box copy. It's a Sonic Spinball. These are all so far. These are the hard shell versions. This is actually the cardboard version. I prefer the hard shell or the hard clamshell ones, but this is fine. And I believe it's complete. Yes, it is. All right. Actually, I didn't even check these games. Hopefully, they're all the right game. All right, so far so good. That's a Sonic Spinballer right there. Alright, next one is a EA game. It's a Jungle Strike. Now, I don't have Jungle Strike on the Genesis. I have it on the Super Nintendo, but a box copy I'll take. Alright, this one I was really excited to find. And even though it's a cheap game, it's the only Sonic game that I don't have for the Genesis. Sonic 3D Blast. And this one felt kind of light, so I assumed the manual wasn't in there. But, to my surprise, it is actually in there. And let me just check the cartridge, make sure it is Sonic 3D Blast. Yes, it is. This is the one with the minor crushing. Looks like something was sitting on it right here. I can probably morph it back to the normal shape, but we'll see. Alright, and then these two right here, I believe I know one sells for way over $20. Or well over $20. And then I think the other one does too. Let's start with this one. I've been looking for this one for a long time and just never really wanted to pay the price. It's a Vector Man 2. I have the first one complete in box. They had the first one complete in box, but they had the Greatest Hits edition. I have the normal edition that's got the shiny cover. So I was just so excited to find this one. And then this last one, if I had found this a couple weeks ago, before I actually bought one on eBay, I would have been stoked, and I'm still excited, and I don't know if I want to keep this or sell it, because I know I can make money. I just think I want to keep it. I don't know, though. Anyways, it's a complete in-box copy of Contra Hard Corps. It is the cardboard edition. I have the clamshell one. I think the clamshells are the better of the two. Although my buddy Drew made a good point. These are probably more rare to find complete in box, it would seem, because they're easily crushed. Whereas you're not gonna crush a plastic box usually. So that is the last game. I mean, let's just take a look at these titles once more. I mean, I didn't know if the guy would take. I hate like being assertive at garage sales, like saying, "Listen, I'll give you $21. Will you take it?" I hate being that kind of guy, because then you seem like a dick. And I said, "All right, well, I have $21 in my pocket. You know, would you take 21 for it?" I like trying to be nice. I don't know if that works against me or not, but I mean, here's the stack of games. I mean, this alone I'd probably pay $20 for. Not at a garage sale. I'd like to pay about $1 a piece for these at garage sales. But you know, I'll take the deal I got. And then of course the system here. I'd pay $5 for this at a garage sale. I'd probably pay as much as 20 for it by its own, on its own. Alright, and then before I go, I did make a trip to my video game store yesterday and picked up a couple of not very, you know, exciting titles, but a 7800 game, Dig Dug, an NES Golgo 13, and a last NES game, Hubert. So that's what I got, guys. And that's it. So take those tips about the garage sales seriously, because you might just walk away with a box of Genesis. And you know, I reference Bithead 1000. You know, he always tells these tales of going to garage sales and not seeing anything, and then asking, you know, do you have any video games here? And a lot of the time they do. The lady actually even said to me, she goes, "Well, yeah, we have this Genesis with a bunch of, or the Sega with a bunch of games, but I didn't think anybody would be interested in it." It's like, are you kidding me? It's just people don't know, and those are the people that you can get the good deals from, the people that just don't know. So that's it for me, guys. Remember, when you go to garage sales, look for ones with women, because they usually don't know jack shit. But that's it for me, guys, once more. So thanks for watching. I had to cut the video and go get a drink. Oh, the taste of satisfaction right there. Alright, let's dive into it. So, story. Making lunch. Mom comes in. Hey, garage sale down the road. I figure it's the shitty one. It's not. It's some other one. And I head down to it. I go up, usually women. But if there's a man running this garage sale, it's going to be tough to get a good deal on the video games. But if there's a woman running the garage sale, and no offense to any woman or women that watch this video, most don't know about video games very much at all. So you can basically rob them blind, and they won't even. You know, when you go to garage sales, there's a few things you gotta look for. You gotta look at the kind of stuff they have, but more importantly, you gotta look at who's running it. Who's running this garage sale? And there's a couple things that you need to know. If there's a man running the garage sale, which there usually isn't, it's even no. I've bought 2 box Genesises for Genesis for $5 from women, but this one was different. I walk up and it's literally 3 houses down from me. My mom told me about it when I was making lunch, and I figured it's these bastards that have a garage sale like every week. I don't know how they do it. How do you have a garage sale every week and still have inventory? Oh, I'll tell you how. They sell a bunch of shit. That's probably how. But anyway, so this one, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'll check it out. So I finish eating lunch, and I'm like, you know what? You never know. You never know. And that's the thing with garage sales, and that's why I keep going. You never know. Alright, in fact, these pickups are so decent. It's pretty damn good.